So, good evening, YouTube. No, I am not currently sat in a bathroom. Somebody asked me earlier if I was in a toilet. That is not a shower curtain or a shower, whatever it's called. No, it's not. I'm actually sat in a, I don't know what this space is called, but I'm sat in a little space between the kitchen, conservatory and living room. What's this space called? I don't know. But there we go. But, but yeah, anyway, we have a game on Monday against Leeds United. It's kind of sad that we have to wait until Monday to play the game, but we've seen all the results come in. Well, you guys might have seen the results come in. I haven't seen any results other than the fact that Man United drew with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and apparently it was the most boring game ever. Well, listen, the game against Everton the other day was the most boring game I've watched for a long, long time. So if it tops that, then yeah, it was a snooze fest. But let's get some of the results. Let's have a little look at some of the results. FA Cup. Let's have a little look. FA Cup results. I haven't seen any of them other than that. So results today. Big up everyone in the chat. Over 100 people inside 1 minute as well. Do drive the likes up. That always helps. Bournemouth won. Rah, Luton got spanked 4-0. Jesus Christ. Portsmouth won 2-1. Fulham beat Villa. Jesus. Well, at least Villa can concentrate on staying in the Premier League. Southampton won. Cardiff 2-2 against Carlisle. They were 2-0 down, I think. Norwich 4-2. Burnley are through. Millwall go on the Lions. Newcastle drew with Rochdale. Jesus Christ. That's not the one, is it? Birmingham beat Blackburn. Bristol City, Shrewsbury 1 apiece. Let's keep scrolling down for some of the others. Oxford 4-1. Man City 4-1. They were drawing at one stage, I think, weren't they? Leicester 1. And that's about it. And then tomorrow, Chelsea Forest, Charlton West Brom, Middlesbrough against the Scum, Sheffield United against Flyde. Is that how you pronounce it? Flyde? I don't know. QPR against Swansea, Burton against Northampton, Bristol against Coventry, Palace against Derby. That would be a good game. Crewe, Barnsley, Liverpool, Everton. That would be a massive game. And I'll probably watch that one at some point. 2 o'clock kickoff. No, 4 o'clock kickoff for that one. 4:01. For anybody who's wondering why it's 1 minute past, that is because it's to do with mental health awareness. Tony Adams has been a major part of that. I put it on my Instagram story the other day. If you're not following my Instagram, go and check that out. What are you waiting for? The link is in the description, along with my Facebook, my Twitter, and anything else that you want to find in there. Arsenal Chants, that's a good YouTube channel. Go and check that out. Go and check Chig out. Just go through the whole description and just like and go to everything. Just do what you're doing. Liverpool watch along. Sadly, VP, I am actually going to be out. I am actually going to be out at 2 o'clock tomorrow. So no, I will not be able to do that. But I will be watching it, hopefully. But I will be in a boozer somewhere. So yeah, I won't be able to do a watch along, sadly, mate. But our game is on Monday night at 7:56 kickoff. And I just wanted to get your thoughts, really. Obviously, I do this pretty much every single game. Who's confident going into the game? Listen, after we played the Man United game the other day, I'm actually really confident going into this game. I think that the squad's going to be changed around a little bit. It's not going to be changed around massively because we've got so many injuries, especially to defensive players. But some of the youngsters might get a chance now. Mavropanos, Smith-Rowe, Willock, Saka, Nketiah. Let's talk about Nketiah. Obviously, he was on loan at Leeds United. I don't know why Marco Bielsa didn't bother starting him. I think he started him once, I think, in the whole time he was on loan, which is unbelievable because I spoke to a Leeds fan that lives around the corner from me in Spain, English guy, and an older fan. He was in his 60s, retirement age and that. But he said to me, he said that boy Nketiah is absolutely class and he's been brilliant every time he comes on. And I was like, listen, he ain't going to make it at Arsenal now. Yeah, I said, but doing him the world of good going out on loan. He goes, yeah, I don't understand why we ain't playing him. Because every single time he comes off the bench, he scores or creates something or causes mayhem. He goes, and he is a massive reason why we're part of the title challenge. And he rated him, but obviously now he's back at Arsenal. It's going to be very interesting to see if he's going to play against Leeds United. Thank you, Sergio. Evening to you, buddy. Probably afternoon or morning where you are, but big up yourself. Big up, Lee. Hope you enjoyed your day. United are dog shit. 0 shots on target. Wow. And they've got, who did they have up front? Did Trashford play? Did Martial play and all that lot? What happened to Dan James? I thought he was better than Pepe. Did he play? But yeah, Eddie Nketiah, it'd be very interesting to see if he plays against Leeds United on Monday. And I do think he will play. But at the same time, I do think that we're going to loan him back out. And there's going to be a lot of clubs queuing up for him. He is a very talented kid. Listen, when he was at Chelsea, how Chelsea let him go for nothing to us is just scandalous. Because listen, they're very good with their youth team. They're very good with getting money for their youth team. But they let him go for nothing to Arsenal, and he ripped apart every single stat in the book for Chelsea youth team. He then came to Arsenal and he's ripped up nearly every record in the book at Arsenal as well. Now he's out on loan. He's come back. He's done himself proud, I think. And I remember being at his first game for Arsenal against Norwich, and I swear to God, he came off the bench that day, and it was just ridiculous. He came off the bench. He equalised. He then scored the winner, which turned out to be the winner. He could have gone on and got a hat-trick. And it was pretty mental because the whole stadium was standing up shouting, Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. I've never seen a player come on like that, especially a youth team player, come on like that and just flip a game just like that. The kid was, 17, 18 at the time, came off the bench and had 60,000 people standing up off their seats every time he got the ball. And I thought, you know what? This is the next superstar. Obviously, I knew about him from the youth setup. I knew that he was breaking records in the youth setup, but it ain't quite worked out for him. And he's gone out on loan. And James makes a very good point. He struggles to play up front on his own. He couldn't hold up the ball as well as Bamford. That's a very good point. I was just going to come to that. So look, he plays up front, and I don't think he is a banging goal scorer. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Is he a banging goal scorer for Arsenal in the Premier League? That is the question that Arsenal Football Club, Mikel Arteta and Eddie Nketiah need to sit down and figure out, because if they don't see him as part of our plans going forward, sell him. Yeah, none of this loan rubbish, sell him. Because if he ain't going to be in the plans, cash in. We could get 10, 12 million maybe, 8 to 12 million, maybe more. Listen, other players have gone, who's the guy at Bournemouth who can't hit a barn door? What's his name? Solanke. Is it Solanke? My man couldn't score in a brothel. No doubt somebody will tell me he scored a hat-trick today because they won 4-0. So no doubt he probably did score today. But that geezer went for £20 million and he'd played one game for Liverpool. So Eddie Nketiah, we could get at least £10 million for. 8 to 10 million at least. So if he isn't part of Arteta's plans, get rid of him, sell him. If he is part of his plans in the next couple of years, and that's the vision going forward, is okay, Aubameyang's going to go, Lacazette's going to go in a couple of years, whatever, maybe this summer, maybe this January, who knows? And then Nketiah is the answer. Loan him out to a bottom of the table Premier League team. I don't know, a Bournemouth. Not that they need him, but I'm just using that as an example. A Norwich, somebody like that. And if you can't loan him out to one of them that can guarantee game time, then loan him out to Bristol. They wanted him before Leeds wanted him. So loan him out to them. I'm sure they'll still want him. I'm sure there's teams queuing up for him in the Championship because the guy's a banger in the Championship. So for me, we've got to sit down with him and just figure out the right path for the club and for him. Now, Marco Bielsa, I've seen a lot of people before Arteta got Lee looking pen. Thank you. Same every night. Sexual Vanilla Lee Gunner, the best name in my comment section all the time. Big up yourself, bruv. But listen, Marco Bielsa, a lot of people said to me before Arteta got the job, would you take Bielsa? And I said no. Yeah, and I stick by that. I'll stick by that because I think that he's a very good manager, don't get me wrong. But can he come up to the Premier League, firstly? If he gets up to the Premier League, can he stay in the Premier League? Because when you look at somebody, and this is kind of funny, because a lot of people that were saying to me, oh, let's get Bielsa, didn't want Espirito Santo. Well, why? Espirito Santo won the Championship at Cantor, gets to the Premier League, gets into Europa League, and then again, this season, is out of the group stage in Europa League and still above Arsenal in the table. Yeah, and they drew again to Man United today. And against the big teams, they always do all right. So I would have had him over Bielsa all day long. If Bielsa comes into the Premier League and stays up, then he will get snapped up by another club. I wouldn't go as far as saying a bigger club, because Leeds are a massive football club. But they'll get snapped up. He'll get snapped up, sorry, by another Premier League club that is guaranteed Premier League football every season, that's higher up the table than Leeds if they get up. So there we go. Do drive the likes up. I do appreciate that. Only 40 of you have liked this so far. I don't get what's going on. It's Saturday night. Come on. You've got nothing else to do. You're sat watching me. Let's get driving the likes up. Come on, man. And I'm not sat in my bathroom. I'm not sat in my basement. I'm not even sat in my house. I'm not back in Spain. I'm going back on the 9th of this month. So 5 more sleeps. Kind of sad, really. I'm a little bit gutted that I'm going back, but it has to be done. And I am buzzing to be going back at the same time. So, yeah, a bit of a mixed one, but it is what it is. Watford need him. Troy Deeney is pony. Do you know what, Sergio, right? Troy Deeney's actually not that bad. People underestimate him, but he doesn't score enough goals, Deeney. That's the one thing I will say about him. But you know what? As a captain, he is a throwback to an old school captain, isn't he? He's a proper captain. He don't let anyone take liberties, whether it be his strike partner, whether it be his centre back, his goalkeeper, the youth team, whoever. Yeah, he will fully hot them up. So, yeah, in terms of scoring goals, he's not the greatest, but in terms of captain material, I think he's pretty decent. I've actually met him as well. He's actually a nice lad, a really nice guy. I met him outside the Emirates after we played Watford a couple of seasons ago. Ironically, it was the same day I met Kevin Campbell. Do a predicted lineup. I will be doing that, DLW for the win, tomorrow. I'll be doing that. I would, obviously, if it was a Premier League game, do a combined 11. I've started to do that now. But seeing as it's Leeds United, they're not in the same league in terms of Championship, Premier League. We don't know what team we're going to play. We'll probably play a mixed team. It's pointless doing a combined 11. I will only do that for Premier League games. But my preview and my predicted 11 will be out at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I will live stream that at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. Tomorrow morning, the daily transfer update will be scheduled in for 7 a.m. And then I'll be back at 5 o'clock again with a live stream. So do stick the notifications on if you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you haven't liked the content, what are you waiting for? And if you ain't following any of my socials, they're in the description. Let's go with, let me just kick this fool out because he's been asking me some stupid questions. Bye-bye, mate. I think Maitland-Niles will be better going forward than Bellerin. Big up yourself, Justice. Happy Saturday to everyone in the chat. Apart from Max C, who I just booted. Unlucky. But yeah, I do actually think Maitland-Niles, and I've said this for a long time, I do actually think he's our best right back. I've said that for what, 2-3 months? He is our best right back. Hector Bellerin, nah, Zoolander. That's what he is, Zoolander. Get yourself off to Milan, bruv. Go strut down or mince down the catwalk, whatever it is you do, whatever it's called. Yeah, go and live your dream as being a model, mate, because you're not a footballer. Callum Chambers, why are you laughing at me? Callum Chambers, sadly for him, is injured. So if Maitland-Niles gets injured, we're going with Mustafi, yay, at right back. So I think we actually need to go and buy a right back, and we're linked with Max Aarons. But for now, Maitland-Niles is getting a long run in that team. Because I think that Arteta's seen that he's got the perfect frame, he's got the perfect height, he's got the perfect, physique to be a right back. He's defensively pretty good. We see that the other night. Martial and Rashford didn't have a kick against him. Then against Chelsea, he had Hudson-Odoi at one point. I think he spun him once. He just did a tactical foul and got a yellow. Other than that, who got down his side against Chelsea? Two of the better teams in the league that are above us in the league. And he marshalled them pretty well. You see what I did there? Marshall? No, you didn't get it. All right, cool. It was a dead joke. Maitland-Niles buns Kush. It wouldn't surprise me if my man's on the weed, bruv. In fact, not the weed, the balloons. He's probably gone out with Lacazette popping balloons, mate. Mighty Duck, yes, I do think Nketiah will play. Some of you lot write some absolute jokes comments that I can't even read out, man. It's like, how can I read that out? Seriously, you lot are mad. You lot are absolutely crazy. But do drive the likes up. Saturday night. It might be Saturday morning. It might even be Sunday where you are. Who knows? It might still be Saturday, but do drive the likes up either way. Let's go with a few more. I'm going to do about another 10, 15 minutes of this. So you might as well kick back, get a drink, roll a doobie, and chill. It's all good, isn't it? What's your nationality? Swedish. No, it's not. I'm not. No. My nationality is British. Although I am actually English. But officially on my passport, I'm British, but I am English, mate. You should come to watch my local team, Solihull Moors. Wait, are they still in the FA Cup, Al? Because I think they got through to the third round a few years ago, didn't they? Or have I got that completely wrong? I'm sure they got through. When are they playing, if they are? Are you happy about Jerome Boateng? Well, if you go and check my daily transfer update, Jeremiah, from this morning, you will see my thoughts on that. Do you like boobs? What kind of question is that? No, I can't stand them, mate. Like, come on, seriously, man. Let's ask some proper questions. Yeah, definitely don't like them, mate. Like, seriously, bruv. It made me laugh, but come on, seriously. Let's ask some proper questions, man. I swear to God. Do you think we overhype young players too much? Only one or two will make first team and the rest will be used to fund new signings. Phil, comment of the evening of the stream. Arsenal fans, not all of them, the ones that are in the chat are normally all right. But if you go onto social media, you got knocked out. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Sorry to hear that, mate. But yeah, if you go onto social media, I remember when Jeff Adelaide did a step over in an Emirates Cup. Oh my God, he's the next Messi. He's the next Messi. We've got Messi, lads. He's Messi. So yeah, Jeff Adelaide, Messi. Do you remember another one? I'll give you another one. Emirates Cup. Zellerman. Gideon, whatever his name was, Zellerman. Where's he now? Where's he? One good game in an Emirates Cup. He's the next Ronaldinho. No, he's not. Bye, mate. And that is sadly how a large percentage, not a massive, not the majority, a large percentage go on. You know, I've seen people since we beat Man United the other day. Oh, how does it feel to eat your words about Ozil and Xhaka and Arteta? We've won one game. We've won 2 out of 16, and I'm eating words. And that, sadly, is social media and modern day football. It's the only sport in the world where the fans are so reactionary. But it's funny. I love it, man. I think it's great. And the thing is, it's funny to watch people do a U-turn as well, because I may fully have to do a U-turn if Arteta proves me wrong. To prove me wrong, get in the top 4. Yeah, get in the top 4, win a trophy. Yeah, then I'll say cool. Yeah, I'll sit there and go, yep, sweet. Finish 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th. Nah, that's exactly the same as what Emery done. Mesut Ozil's to prove me wrong. He's got to play well from now to the end of the season, and then get sold. Thanks, mate. Granit Xhaka can never prove me wrong. Like I said, I've seen milk turn quicker than him. Who's your favourite Arsenal player? I don't really have a favourite. I don't really have a favourite. I used to have favourites when I was younger, but I think the older you get, the more you get out of that fanboy, fangirl stage. I'll give an example. Mesut Ozil was literally 10 foot in front of me when Emery had his first game at the Emirates against Man City. It was Unai Emery's first game as manager. We'd parked in the car park underground. and the guy it works like on the Hornsey Road. They stop the traffic, let the players out, then they stop the players underground, let the traffic go. So it turned out that Mesut Ozil was 10 foot in front of me. Yeah, and I was with DT, I was with his son. I said, look, Ozil was there, bruv. I said, get your boy out, go and take a photo. He done all of that, fair play. And one thing I'll say about Mesut Ozil was still 5 minutes talking, or sat in his car for 5 minutes while DT and his lad were talking to him, and he was asking his lad everything, man. It was sick. He was really good with the kid, yeah. But I didn't want a selfie with him. Yeah, I kind of regret that, because the amount of people that say you've got an agenda, I could just go, unlucky. Yeah, you'll never get that. But that's only just to wind dickheads up. But I didn't want a selfie with Mesut Ozil, and apparently he's the biggest player at the club. I didn't want a selfie with him, and that's my attitude. But then when I see Guendouzi the same time, I wanted one with Guendouzi. My dad won with Mavropanos at Chelsea away. He was in the away fans. He was with us in the away fans. Aubameyang, yeah. But if I had to pick a favourite player, it's hard, man. It's hard because I don't really have a favourite, because it's not like the old days, man. I'd have to go Tierney. Because he signed, and I was like, yeah, that's a proper left back now. We've actually got somebody who can cross the ball. I actually named him Wifey, but Wifey's sat over there. So, yeah, sorry, babe. Tierney's been ditched. So, yeah, there we go. TD Shifts, evening to you, my friends. Yo, Lee, how are you? Did you find MM Productions? Bruv, you're a madman. Yeah, MM Productions came in the chat yesterday. I was like, bruv, people have been asking about you, man. Yeah, so people have been asking whether you and the wife and kids are back together. Funny, man. Thank you, bruv. I hope you're good, yeah. And I hope you're not too close to all the bushfires and all that stuff, man. Because do you know what? Excuse my ignorance here, but I found out about that about 5 hours. Why are you laughing? About 5 hours ago. I didn't even know any of that was going on. I don't watch TV. I don't watch anything on TV apart from football. And I don't tend to be a nosy person who watches the news and stuff like that, just to see what's going on in everyone else's lives. But at the same time, I did see that today, and I was like, rah, that looks mad. And it's covering quite a large part of Australia. So listen, brother, if you're anywhere near that, stay safe. Yeah? And like, it's sad, mate. That's proper sad. Big up, Sergio. I used to think Shamak was the next Pele. Well, listen, thank you for your donation as well. But do you know what? Shamak still holds a Champions League record. A record that Messi and Ronaldo, as far as I'm aware, haven't got or share. And that is scoring in 6 straight Champions League games. 6 straight games. I don't think Messi and Ronaldo have got that. Shamak did that. So unless they've done that since, I may be wrong. I have been wrong before. I'm not always right. But yeah, unless they've done that. Torreira is my favourite, says Hacks. Evening to you, Hacks. I hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Torreira's all right, yeah. Listen, the thing is, the way I look at it is, would I run across the road to go and ask them for a photo or go and speak to them? Yeah. Aubameyang, I did. Well, I didn't run. We were in a car and we were behind him, and I got out of the car and went and asked him for a picture. Guendouzi was literally 2 foot in front of me. I was like, oh, how you doing? Welcome to Arsenal. Can I have a picture? Cool, done. And then Mavropanos was in the crowd at Chelsea away with the away fans, with us lot. So he weren't with me personally, but he was with all the Arsenal fans in the away end. So I was like, sweet. Any of the others, maybe Lacazette. The rest of them, Tierney, yeah. The rest, I don't think so. I don't know. Until I'm in that situation, I don't know. But if I had to pick a favourite player, then for me, Tierney, maybe Martinelli. Martinelli's a shout. Sergio even says Martinelli. Yeah, I think Martinelli would be a cool guy. But big up the footballing hero. Big up yourself, Sam. Yes, my brother. Are you still in England? Yeah, I'm in Wolverhampton, my friend. And I'm back on the 9th. What happened to Arshavin? We ruined him by playing him out of position and then flogged him. Shamak was underrated. I've met Shamak, actually. I've actually met him. Do you know what? My man was a dickhead. Do you know what? It's funny as well, because I remember saying on my older channel, those who were subscribed to my first channel, yeah, would know this, right? I actually met Mikel Arteta, right? And he opened his window that much, literally millimeters, and went, "What do you want?" Yeah, outside the training ground. Yeah, he went, "What do you want?" I went, "Fuck all," and he drove off. Yeah, now he's opening windows. Now he's the manager. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But when he was a player, yeah, he didn't want to speak to anybody when he came out the training ground. So it's kind of funny. It's like mad. It's pretty mad. Yes, Al. Yes, bruv. Yes. How much would we get for a Bamiyang? I'd say maybe 60, 65. I reckon we could get our money. I reckon we could get our money back. My brother rates Bellerin. Is your brother a fashion model as well, Taib? Or does he like the film Zoolander? Maybe he wasn't in the mood. We're all human. Well, yeah, exactly. Listen, maybe he weren't. But when there's 10 people standing outside the training ground and he just opens his window and goes, "What do you want?" And then Aaron Ramsey comes out and gets out the car, talks to everyone for 5 minutes, shakes hands with everyone and asks you, me, and other people for a selfie on his phone. That's the difference. Walcott was nice. I've met Walcott. He was nice. Diaby, I met Diaby. He was a joker. He was funny. Jack Wilshere, met Jack. Proper Jack the lad as well, proper. And who else have I met that was there at that sort of time? Can't remember. Bentner, I think, maybe. But yeah, the different, you could tell the difference between Jack Wilshere and Aaron Ramsey, because Jack Wilshere was mouthy, cocky, Jack the lad, and Aaron Ramsey was the more chilled out, nice guy. "Oh my God, you want a photo with me? No, let me take a photo with you." Whereas Jack was like roaring out in his Ferrari, Ramsey's in some basic Range Rover. Yeah, and you could tell the difference between the two, which is why one stayed here for longer than the other, which is why one's on 400 bags a week and the other one's at West Ham. So yeah, as much as I loved Wilshere, you could see the difference and why one's gone on to Juve and one's at West Ham. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in 3 minutes. Not even 100 likes. You lot are taking liberties tonight. Seriously. We know the drill. We do the drill twice a day. 100 likes. Let's get it to 100 likes. Instagram. Facebook. I nearly said Twitter. You can follow my Twitter if you want. That's in the description as well. But all of them are in the description. But big up my Facebook and my Insta if you would. That would be nice. What's your thoughts on Let me start that again. What's your thought on Flex and Rants going through what Robbie went through at Everton? Listen, mate, let me tell you this, TD Shifts, yeah? It's a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of idiot that want to get drugged up, drunk up, and then think that they're going to make a name for themselves. Funny how both instances, there's one guy standing next to the guy that's kicking off, filming him, who's obviously his mate, and he's gone, "Oh yeah, film it, film it." So when they're standing there going, "Oh, this and that, blah, blah, blah," well, you've asked your mate to film you doing that so you can go viral, yeah, because you're desperate to be noticed because you're not noticed and you feel jealous of that person being noticed. That was my take on it. Second thing I'll say on it is, every single football fan on the planet, if you were asked to give up your job, go and watch your football team every single game around the world, and you could make a few quid out of it, which covered the cost of all of that and a bit on top, I think every single football fan would jack their job. So yeah, people don't like it, don't watch it. Yeah, people don't like it. Why are you going up kicking off on the people? Walk past it. Yeah, if you don't like Towie, would you go up to who's the guy? Who's somebody from Towie? In fact, I'll tell you what. Let's go EastEnders. I don't know anyone from Towie because I don't like it. I don't watch it. In fact, I don't even watch EastEnders, but because it's like the long going thing over here. If you don't like Ian Bill, would you go up to Ian Bill in the street and start going, "Oh, you're a disgrace. Oh, what you said on EastEnders the other night's disgusting"? Would you do that? Would you do that? You wouldn't, would you? And the only reason people do this sort of thing is because they want a little bit of traction on Twitter or Insta and want to go viral because they've got nothing going on in their own sad existence that they want to hate on successful people that are traveling the world, watching their football club and getting paid a few quid. Yeah. all quite embarrassing, really. How about if you don't like your life and you don't like the job you're in, do something about it. I didn't like my job. I hated my job. I've done my job 21 years. I hated it for 3 years. Yeah, so guess what? I changed it. I've done something about it. But people will always be jealous. People will always be envious. People will always hate on successful people like Robbie, like Flex, like Goldbridge. At the end of the day, they're all hating on their modern device, on their social media platform, all hating modern football. Well, or modern technology. Well, get off your iPhone, get off your Mac, get off of Twitter, yeah, and just go and watch the football match and go home, mate. And it always makes me laugh when people say that, oh, I don't like modern this, modern that. Okay, the house that you live in is 70 years old. Has it still got the original kitchen? It ain't, is it? Because times change. Are you going to work on a horse and cart? Oh no, you're not, are you? No, of course you're not. You've got your phone paired up to the Bluetooth in your car, got DAB radio. Yeah, it's just an easy excuse. Let's blame a fan channel. Let's kick off because they make money on a loss. I get that one all the time. You get paid off a loss. I get paid 3 times a day because I upload 3 times a day, and I profit on all 3 of them because it costs me nothing to upload it. What's the issue? If you don't like what I do, don't watch it. If you don't like Robbie, don't watch him. If you don't like AFTV, don't watch it. If you don't like Flex and Rants, don't watch it. You know, I just like, people just love to find an excuse to kick off on people and look like they're the big bad man. Oh, look, I stuck it on AFTV because he knew it would go viral. Yeah. Where was he at Bournemouth? He weren't there, was he? Oh no, because he couldn't get a ticket for Bournemouth because you could get about 900 fans go to Bournemouth. Yeah. Couldn't get a ticket. Where was he at home? Oh no, you won't do it at home because there's about 400 people standing around Robbie. So you try and do it when you're in a group of 10 of you and you go and try and circle the guy when it's 10 on 2. Yeah, go do it at a home game, but you won't. Yeah, and that, listen, people can do what they want. They can go and say what they want. But at the end of the day, the underlying factor is they're just jealous. They are jealous. But you're profiting off a loss, yeah? Gutted, yeah? Profit on a win as well, yeah? What about a draw? Because if the whole business model was profiting off a loss, why didn't he go and do it for Bolton? Because they lose every week. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you want to profit off a loss, Arsenal lose what? 10, 12 games a season out of 60. It's not a great business model if you're going to profit just off of losses, is it? So a lot of people don't like it. I get why they don't like it. Certain characters, people, whatever you want to call them. So don't watch them. I don't watch all the people on there. I watch maybe 2 or 3 people that go on there. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't watch the rest of them because I don't want to listen to what the rest of them have got to say. So yeah, the granny voice never gets old. Listen, on that note, I am going to wrap this up. 400 people watching, 406 actually, 408 now. Thank you. Do drive the likes up. Have a wonderful Saturday, whatever it is you're doing. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Daily transfer update will be out tomorrow. There was a question that came past that I missed that I wanted to read out very quickly, and I can't find it. There's actually 2. Do you get spotted in public? Has anyone asked me for a selfie in public? Yes and yes, and I still find it a bit weird, if I'm honest. I actually went to the local shop around the corner for my sister's house the other day. Big up that guy as well. He tagged me on it on Twitter. Yeah, he tagged me on Twitter. I was talking to him for about half an hour, him and his pal. But yeah, it's weird. It's a bit weird. It's all right. I've got a fairly decent sized platform on here. In the grand scheme of YouTube, it's a tiny dot, but it's big enough for people to go, oh, I know that guy, and I know that guy. Chig gets it as well, and he's on the tube every day. He gets people kind. It's a bit weird. Like I'm not a nasty or horrible person. I would always talk to someone. That's been my life for whole of my life. I used to knock on doors and do door-to-door sales. So if somebody comes up to me and talks about football, that's me in my element. Love watching AFTV, you and Hugh Wizzy. I big up Hugh Wizzy as well. I love Hugh Wizzy's videos, man. Because there is a difference in opinion, but a common core, and that is we want Arsenal to succeed. Thank you, TD Shifts. You have hit the nail on the head, my friend. At the end of the day, everyone wants Arsenal to win. but people have got a difference of opinion on how Arsenal should go about it. If people get so triggered by somebody else's opinion, I wonder how they get through a day. Because when they go to work and their boss says, well, no, I don't think you should do that, are they going to go, wow, you're a disgrace, you're a disgrace? Are they going to do that? No, they're not, because they're in a work environment. So just because they're on a couple of drinks or a little bit of sniff on a train on the way up there, or a spliff or whatever it is that takes their fancy, don't mean they can start getting leery to people because they don't like what they're doing. How about walk past it, go about your business and fuck off home? It's as simple as that, isn't it? But the guy who done that to Robbie has actually kicked off on me a couple of times, and Kenny Ken. Yeah, Kenny Ken as well. Yeah. And yeah, the less said about that, the better. But anyway, I'm going to leave it that. So anyway, I'm going to get myself out of it. Thank you very much. All have a wonderful, wonderful sick Saturday. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, I will be back with the preview for the Leeds United game. Sadly, I won't be doing a watch along. On Monday, I'm going to be doing the starting 11 reaction and a review / player ratings. I might do that in 2 videos, maybe not, I don't know. And yeah, I won't be doing the watch along. At 5 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be doing the stream as normal, and 7 o'clock in the morning, I will be doing my daily transfer update. I'm going to go and record that in the next 10 minutes or so and stick that in there. Thank you, Robert Clark. I love your channel, Lee, mate. Also, a.f.c is great. Keep up the good work. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the love in the chat. Have a wonderful night. Laters, peeps.